Chapter 7. When the spotlight hits, stay lit. You thought building the business was hard? Try holding the vision when everyone's watching. By yours truly, Dre Mudaris. By now, you hacked the code. You modeled the greats. Built a signature method. Package your story. Monetize the movement. Build systems to scale. But let me tell you what the world doesn't warn you about. Success is noisy, but the pressure that follows, that's silent warfare. This chapter is about the unseen battles, the identity crisis that comes when you outgrow your old self, the temptation to water yourself down to please the masses, the fear that your next move might shake the very thing you just built. Let's dive into what happens when success starts working and how to keep expanding without shrinking your truth. From construction to exposure. When you're building it, it's quiet. No one's watching your failures. Your pivots happen in silence. You can test, try, rebuild. But once the spotlight hits, your followers expect certainty. Your critics look for cracks. Your team waits for leadership. And your competitors, well, they start copying you. This is when doubt creeps in, disguised as logic. You'll hear, don't post that, it's too raw. Stay safe, you're doing fine. You're not really that expert yet. Or even, who are you to lead them? This is where many fold. They built a method, but never fortified their mind. The two voices of growth. Let's name them. Voice number 1, the inner builder. Brave, curious, unattached to ego, willing to fail publicly. Voice number 2, the inner guard. Cautious, calculated, obsessive about perfection, terrified of exposure. Both are necessary, but if the guard takes over too soon, your empire will stall because your growth will trigger more visibility, more expectations, more demands, and more fear. So how do you protect your expansion energy? You do this by understanding the 4 triggers of exposure resistance. We'll hit these in part 2. But first, power of reflection. Are you expanding or protecting? Ask yourself, have I recently held back an idea that felt too bold for my audience? Am I trying to maintain a version of me that no longer exists? Or even, do I find myself editing my voice more than I express it? You may be stuck in the spotlight freeze, where visibility becomes a prison, not a platform. But here's the truth. Your next level doesn't need a more polished version of you. It needs a more honest one. Power statement. I don't just expand my business. I expand my capacity to be seen, challenged, and trusted. Wealth hack in the work. Journal prompt. What do I fear people will think if I fully step into my voice, my offers, or my calling? Identify one moment this month when you shrunk an idea, over edited a post, or even avoided sharing your true belief. Now, write the unedited, fully expressed version of what you meant to say. That's your next piece of content. Part 2, the 4 triggers that sabotage expansion. Everyone talks about how to reach success. Nobody teaches you how to survive it. By yours truly, Dre Mudaris. Now, the biggest trap most wealth hackers fall into isn't failure. It's stalling after success. Why? Because once you win, the pressure shifts from pursuit to preservation. And that's when these 4 triggers show up, often unconsciously, and sabotage momentum. Let's break them down one by one and arm you with solutions. Trigger number 1, the imposter loop. Who am I to be teaching this? What if I get exposed? I'm not that successful yet. Now, this trigger shows up when your audience grows faster than your self-concept. You get praise you haven't emotionally caught up with. You get praise you haven't emotionally caught up with. You confuse humility with hiding. Reframe. Your authority isn't built on perfection. It's built on perspective and progress. Wealth hack tool. Create a win wall. Screenshots, notes, testimonials, and moments where your methods work. Review it weekly. It's proof that your impact is real, even when your mind lies. Trigger number 2, the comparison spiral. They're growing faster. Why did they get the deal? Not me. Their content is going viral. Mine's not. This hits when you're watching others more than watching your own data. You copy trends instead of listening to your clients. You forget that consistency is greater than virality. Reframe, you're not behind, you're in development. A slow burn brand builds deeper trust than a viral flash. Wealth hack tool. Every Monday, write down your own metrics, engagement, leads, testimonial, clarity. Focus on your lane, not someone else's highlight reel. Trigger number 3, the praise addiction. I need people to respond before I post more. The launch didn't get enough love. Maybe I should stop. Why aren't they clapping for me? This one's sneaky because it feels like feedback. But what it really does is change your creativity to validation. It stops boldness, it kills innovation, and it silences truth. So here's a reframe. You post to lead, not to be liked. Praise is a bonus, not the fuel. Wealth hack tool. Set a 90-day goal to show up consistently, regardless of engagement. Master the rhythm, not the reward. Trigger number 4, the perfection paradox. I'll launch it once it's polished. I need more time to prepare. Let me clean it up before I teach it. Perfection is just fear in a tuxedo. It'll rob your momentum, delay your income, and bury your impact. Reframe. Progress is the currency of confidence. Clarity comes from teaching what you know in motion. Wealth hack tool. Commit to teaching your idea line before refining it. Go messy, go fast, go honest, and perfect it through feedback, not delay. Power statement. Success doesn't scare me. It exposes what I need to heal, and I meet it with courage, not delay. Wealth hack inner work. Journal prompt. Which of these 4 triggers do I battle most with right now? And where does it show up? Action step. Pick one tool above and implement it by the end of the day. Set a 7-day challenge to notice the change in energy, speed, and confidence. This is how you keep building, even when the light gets hot. Part 3. Lead loud, reclaiming your voice in a noisy world. The world doesn't need a more polished version of you. It needs the you that isn't afraid to go first. By yours truly, Dre Mudaris. Let's cut to the truth. The minute people start watching, most creators start shrinking. They smooth the edges. They censor the message. They seek approval more than alignment. And before they realize it, they built a platform they're scared to speak on. But that's not why you hacked the code. You didn't follow the right cat just to become a copy of your audience's approval. You're here to lead boldly, truthfully, unapologetically. This is where we turn the spotlight into a megaphone without losing yourself. Why bold voices matter more than ever. In a crowded world of content, the safe voices blend in, the bold voices break through, but the truthful voices build tribes. You see, people are tired of genetic tips, over-filtered personas, and endless reposts of the same recycled ideas. What they crave is the truth with teeth, wrapped in your story, your tone, your rhythm. That's your edge. That's your movement. 3 ways to reclaim and amplify your voice. Number 1, get uncomfortably specific. Vague content is forgettable. The more specific your story, your opinion, your take, the more magnetic it becomes. Example, instead of "you don't need money to start a business," say, "I started my first brand in a studio apartment with $47 and a second-hand iPhone. And I made $1,200 my first week because I sold clarity, not clout." You see, boldness lives in the details. Number 2, name what no one else is saying. Look at your industry and ask, what's the lie people are swallowing? What's the truth no one has guts to say? And what's the toxic advice that needs to die? That's your content. That's your brand voice. Example, passive income is a myth for most of you because you're trying to automate mediocrity instead of multiplying mastery. You see, bold truth builds loyal followers and repels the wrong ones. Number 3, infuse rhythm in your content. Your voice isn't just what you say, it's how you say it. Think of your favorite speakers or writers. Their phrasing has rhythm, their tone punches, their words move you. You don't need to be loud, you need to be memorable. Example, the goal isn't to go viral, it's to go visible, then go valuable, then go viral to the people you serve. Repetition, pace, punch. That's the rhythm of conviction. Bold voice exercise. Write out 3 statements using this framework. What I believe, your core truth. What I'm done with, what's outdated. What I'm building instead, your new model. Example, I believe wealth isn't reserved for the few. It's a skill anyone can learn. I'm done with generic motivation that doesn't pay bills. And I'm building a movement where regular people build legacy from proven past. Now post it. Power statement. My voice isn't an echo, it's a call. The right people don't just follow it, they rise because of it. Wealth hack inner work. Record a 60-second video on your boldest beliefs in your industry. Post it. No filter, no script, no editing. Next, rewrite your Instagram bio, Facebook header, or pin post with your unapologetic truth. Let people know exactly what you stand for and what you don't. And lastly, reflect. Are you showing up as the audition version of yourself or the ownership version? Part 4, don't just build a brand, build a movement. Brands get attention, movements get allegiance. By yours truly, Dre Mudaris. Now by now, you learn how to step into visibility without shrinking, reclaim your voice without apology, and speak bold truth that attracts your tribe. Now the question is, can your voice move people to action even when you're not in the room? That's the difference between a brand and a movement. A brand is what people buy from, but a movement is what people believe in. And in today's saturated market, beliefs beat branding every time. The 3 layers of a movement. If you want to build something bigger than products, here's what it takes. Number 1, a rally cry. Every movement has a clear, powerful why now, a statement people can repeat, rally around, and run with. Example, it's not a copycat if you follow the right cat. This line names the pain, fear of copying, and flips it into permission to model success. What's your rally cry? I help moms become moguls. We don't hustle, we hack. If it doesn't build wealth, it's not worth your energy. Make it repeatable. Make it real. Make it resonate. Number 2, a shared enemy. Movements get stronger when there's something to push against, a common obstacle, belief, or villain. Example, the wealth hack movement pushes back against overpriced guru culture, confusing financial advice, the myth that wealth is only for the elite, hustle without results, isolation and growth. When you name the enemy, you give your audience something to stand for and something to stand against. Number 3, a place to belong. Movements live in community. That means a Facebook group, a Slack channel, a live event, a weekly Zoom, a hashtag, a shared challenge. Create space where people don't just learn from you, they learn from each other. Give them language, rituals, roles. Examples, wealth hackers, name your tribe. The Copycat Club, a playful brand tie-in. Weekly Copy the Cat challenges. Shout outs for member wins. Gear, hoodies, planners that say, I'm part of this. When people start identifying as part of your movement, you won the game. Movement versus marketing. Know the difference. Element, message, the brand, what I do. The movement, what we believe. Offer, what I sell, what we're building. Your job now isn't just to sell the method. It's to ignite the mission. Real world case study. Children of wealth. You see, I took the idea of financial literacy and built characters, books, courses, challenges, merch, and a vibe. But more than that, I gave parents and kids a new language. I made wealth cool, family-centered, and doable. I didn't just create a brand. I built a vehicle for transformation. That's what this part is about. Multiplying that power everywhere you go. Power statement. I don't chase followers. I awaken leaders, and we move as one. Wealth hack inner work. Write your rally cry. First line, blank because blank. Name your shared enemy. 3 to 5 ideas. We're done with blank, blank, and blank. Next, define your tribe name plus rituals. What will they call themselves? What weekly or monthly action can they take together? And lastly, create a free space, Facebook group, Slack, Zoom, and invite 10 people who believe what you believe. And invite 10 people who believe what you believe. Make it real. Make it felt. Part 5, protecting your fire. Systems, boundaries, and inner peace. You weren't built to burn out in the spotlight. You were built to light the way. By yours truly, Dre Mudaris. Now you made it here because followed the right models, built your own method, monetized it into a business, shared it boldly, and sparked a movement. You followed the right models, built your own method, monetized it into a business, shared it boldly, and sparked a movement. But what's the cost if your energy crashes? Success without sustainability is just self-sabotage on delay. If the method works, if the movement spreads, but you burn out, then the whole empire starts to crack. Let's make sure that never happens. The 3 pillars of protecting your fire. These are the systems that every leader, builder, and visionary needs once they step into the spotlight. Number 1, clarity systems to think straight. As you grow, your mind becomes a battlefield of DMs, team needs, client fires, content ideas, financial decisions, opportunities. Without a system, your vision gets foggy. You start reacting instead of leading. Wealth hack tip: build your weekly vision reset. Every Sunday, brain dump all tasks, stress, and to-dos. Prioritize your top 3 moves of the week. Prioritize your top 3 moves for the week. Reconnect to your why and not just your work. Your energy is a product of your clarity. Number 2, boundary systems to stay in power. People will pull on you. Clients want quick access. Family expects your time. Your team's going to want decisions, and your audience is going to want content. But if you don't define your yes and no, the world will drain your fire. Wealth hack tip: create your power protocol. Set call days, example Tuesdays and Thursdays only. Set on hours for content creation. Also set a protected zone each day for no input, just output. And also set a template for no messages that protects your energy with grace. Burnout doesn't come from doing too much. It comes from doing too much of the wrong things too often. Number 3, recovery systems to stay charged. Athletes train hard, but recovery is part of the routine. Same for creators, CEOs, and movement leaders. If you don't build in restoration, your default becomes depletion. Wealth hack tip: plan active recovery into your calendar. So weekly, I need you to have 1 vision day. No client work, just dreaming, learning, or reflecting. And monthly, you need a 1 digital detox day. And also 1 fun anti-business day. Hobby, nature, play, or even service. And quarterly, 1 off-grid weekend or 72-hour reset. When you protect the vessel, the message stays strong. Power statement: I protect my power like it's sacred, because it is. I don't just build empires, I sustain them from the inside out. Wealth hack inner work: build your fire protection plan. Clarity system: what day and time will you reset your vision each week? Boundary system: what are 3 things you will say no to starting this week? And recovery system: choose 1 recovery ritual to add to your weekly routine. Reflect: what used to burn you out that you now see was just poor system design? Fix it before